Good morning, children. We'll continue with Shakespeare, Merchant of Venice, Act 4, Scene 1, page 180. We completed till line 320. And we are in the Court of Justice. Portia has granted permission to Shylock to cut Antonio's pound of flesh. And he is holding his knife above Antonio's chest in order to cut this pound of flesh. And Shylock is all the time praising Portia, most learned judge, Daniel come to judgment, most excellent young man, how I do honor thee. Because she pretends to agree to his request that he can cut the pound of flesh. Most learned judge, a sentence, come prepare. At that time, when Shylock is just about to cut the flesh, Portia says, tarry a little, wait a little. There is something else. This bond doth give thee here no jot of blood. In the bond it is expressly stated a pound of flesh. There is no mention of blood. So in cutting this pound of flesh, if you shed one drop of blood, you will be punished. This bond doth give thee here, you are eligible, you are deserving, no jot of blood. You cannot shed even one drop of blood. Jot means drop. The words expressly are a pound of flesh. Take then thy bond. Take the penalty. Take the pound of flesh. Take thou thy pound of flesh. But in the cutting of it, if thou dost shed one drop of Christian blood, thy lands and goods are by the laws of Venice confiscate. The state of Venice will forcibly take away all your wealth and property. If you shed one drop of blood, of Christian blood, that is Antonio's blood, while cutting the flesh. O upright judge, mark you, O learned judge. Now it is Gratiano's speech to echo the words of Shylock. It is he who now says, O upright judge, is that the law? Thyself shall see the act. For as thou urgest justice, be assured, thou shalt have justice more than thou desirest. You wanted justice, and you will get so much of justice that you will not wish for it. You shall see the act. This is going to be the end of the sentence which will be pronounced now. That is the end of the case. You shall see the act. You are demanding strict justice, and you will have justice more than you desire. O learned judge, mark you. Mark you means notice. A learned judge. I take this offer then. Pay the bond thrice and let the Christian go. I'll take thrice the 3,000 ducats. I'll take thrice the amount and let Antonio go free. Bassanio is ready with the money. Somehow he wants to save Antonio. Here is the money. Soft. Soft means wait. Stop. The Jews shall have only justice. Portia says, Shylock wanted justice and he will have only justice and nothing else. No haste. Don't be in a hurry. He shall have nothing but the penalty. He can take only the pound of flesh. He will have only that because he demanded the pound of flesh. He did not listen when the Duke, Portia and others asked him to show mercy to Antonio. He refused it. Again Gratiano, O Jew, an upright judge, a learned judge. Portia, therefore prepare thee to cut the flesh. Get ready to cut your pound of flesh. Shed thou no blood. Don't shed even one drop of blood. Cut thee less nor more. And another condition is you cannot cut less or more than a pound. You have to cut an exact pound of flesh. Nor cut thou less, thou is you, cut thou less nor more, but just a pound. If thou cuttest more or less than just a pound, if in cutting the flesh you take more or even less than a pound, be it but so much as makes it light or heavy in the substance or the division of the 20th part. 20th part is a very small amount, very extremely small amount. That is given there in the text, a small unit of weight 20 grains, like 20 grains. So if the scales turn either more or less, then then you will be punished for it. So even by a very small change, there cannot be even a very small change, either more or less. You have to cut exactly 1 pound. If the scale do turn but in the estimation of a hair, you cannot take more or less, and the scale should not turn even by the weight of a hair. You take a single strand of hair, how much does it weigh? It weighs actually nothing. So if the scales turn either more or less, even by the weight of the hair, thou diest. The penalty is that Shylock will have to face death. And all thy goods are confiscated. Confiscate means forcibly taken. The state will take away all your wealth. That is your punishment. Now you can imagine the shock which Shylock is facing at this moment. Why doth the Jew pause? Why is Shylock waiting? He wanted his pound of flesh. Why is he not cutting this pound? Why doth the Jew pause? Take thy forfeiture. Take the penalty. Take the pound of flesh. Give me my principal and let me go. Shylock knows he has lost the case, and so he does not want to lose that 3,000 ducats. He finally says, give me 3,000 ducats and I will go away from the court. He had refused it in the open court. He refused this money in front of everyone in the court. He shall have merely justice on his bond. He will have nothing but justice. A Daniel, still I say, a second Daniel. I thank thee, Jew, for teaching me that word. I thank you for teaching me this, the word Daniel. Shall I not have barely my principal? I want only the 3,000 ducats. Will you not give me that? Thou shalt have nothing but the forfeiture. To be so taken at thy peril, Jew. There is a danger when you cut the pound of flesh, because as I mentioned earlier, he has to take exactly 1 pound, neither more nor less, even by the weight of a hair. And also, he cannot shed 1 drop of blood. Why then the devil give him good of it? Let the devil prosper him, prosper Antonio and the others in the court. I'll stay no longer to question. He knows that he has lost, and so he says he does not want to discuss the matter anymore. Tarry, Jew, wait. The law hath yet another hold on you. The law has another claim on you. It is enacted in the laws of Venice. If it be proved against an alien that by direct or indirect attempts he seeks the life of any citizen, the party against the which he doth contrive shall seize 1/2 of the goods. According to the laws of Venice, if a foreigner, that is Shylock, tries to kill a Venetian, that is Antonio, either directly or indirectly, there is punishment. He has to pay it with his life. And the party against the which he doth contrive shall seize 1/2 of the goods. The other half comes to the privy coffer of the state. Privy coffer is the treasury. So, according to the laws of Venice, 1/2 of Shylock's wealth and property will belong to Antonio, whom he tried to kill, and the other half will go to the treasury, will go to the state of Venice, which is the privy coffer. The other half comes to the privy coffer of the state, and the offender's life lies at the mercy of the Duke only. Only the Duke can pardon the life of Shylock. Otherwise, he is guilty and he has to be punished with the death sentence. And the offender's life, the offender is Shylock. He has offended Antonio by trying to kill him. And the offender's life lies in the mercy of the Duke only. Only the Duke can pardon Shylock and deliver him from this death sentence. Against all other voice, There is no other authority which can save Shylock. Only the Duke can pardon Shylock against all other voice. In which predicament, I say, thou standest? You are in this situation. That is, you are at the mercy of the Duke. Your life is at the mercy of the Duke. I say, thou standest. Standest means you are in the situation in which Shylock is. For it appears by manifest proceedings. There is clear evidence that directly, indirectly too, you have contrived against the very life of the defendant. Defendant is Antonio. He is trying to defend himself in the court. He is trying to save his life, and it is proved, there is evidence to prove that Shylock has both indirectly and directly too tried to destroy the life of Antonio. And thou hast incurred the danger formerly by me rehearsed. You have got upon yourself the danger, that is, your life is in danger. There is a risk on your life, which I have mentioned earlier, and only the Duke can give you pardon. And thou hast incurred the danger formerly by me rehearsed, which I mentioned earlier. Down therefore and beg mercy of the Duke. Kneel down before the Duke and request the Duke to show mercy to you. Now it is Shylock's turn to kneel down and beg for mercy. Earlier, all the others tried to change the mind of Shylock and requested him to show mercy to Antonio, but he refused. Now the tables have turned, and it is Shylock who is at the mercy of all the others. Beg that thou mayest have leave to hang thyself, and yet thy wealth being forfeit to the state, thou hast not left the value of a cord. Therefore thou must be hanged at the state's charge. So you can request the court, you can request them to let you, to allow you to hang yourself, because the punishment is death for you, and you can make the request that you will hang yourself. Beg that thou mayest have leave to hang thyself, and yet thy wealth being forfeit to the state. All your wealth is forfeited, is taken up by the state. Thou hast not left the value of a cord. You don't have even money to buy a rope to hang yourself. Thou hast not left the value of a cord. Therefore thou must be hanged at the state's expense. State's charge means state's expense. So Shylock has to be hanged at the expense of the state. That thou shalt see the difference of our spirit. You shall see the difference in our attitude. You refuse to show mercy, but you can see that we are ready to show mercy to you. I pardon thee thy life before thou askest it. I forgive you even before you ask for forgiveness. For half thy wealth it is Antonio's. Half the wealth belongs to Antonio. The other half comes to the general state, which humbleness may drive into a fine. The other half belongs to the state, but if you are humble and the state is ready to forgive you and take only a fine from you. So we will stop there in this session. We will continue with this afterwards.